What now?
Yeah.
For our
Is that coming in the bag?
no, they just looked in through the window for them.
Okay.
For our project is called Battleships, and it's a audience interactive performance using ourselves as a band. We came about this idea from the week 6 where we talked about using like board games as kind of like a way to create music. Our initial idea was Articulate, which Robin brought up, where you would be picking up cards and like communicating with music. But after explaining it and thinking about it thoroughly, we decided there was no end goal of the performance. And then Rachel came up with the idea of using Battleships. And we decided it was simpler, but also like it was just easier for us to achieve what we wanted to achieve with the performance. So once we did that, we did some research, and I looked for some kind of like online Battleships program that we could use as our network component. So I sourced this, which is, it's kind of using like the Google Docs, which we've been using, but it uses Excel, so you can have 2 people using it at the same time. So we can see what the audience is guessing, and that will influence our music.
And then the creative process, what involved us coming up with, thinking about how Battleships actually works, and then coming up with how we can make it work for us as a band. So we made the board a little bit smaller so that there was enough for the 4 of us rather than having it level down the side. And then we came up with a series of rules, and we kept kind of honing over these rules and then practicing them and trying them out. And then what didn't work, we would come back and think, okay, why didn't that work? And then we would change it or get rid of it altogether, which eventually kind of culminated in us being happy enough to get somebody else in to actually play the game. So she's just asked us to play E1, which means everyone is playing in the key of... And this will keep going until she sings one of them.
So when you get hit and the ship doesn't go down, if it's in your section, so if it was B6 and it hit and Bethan would stop to kind of just show that there was a hit. And then when the ship goes down, we all stop, and then Bethan just plays that like little riff just going down the scale.
And we've now changed key because she's selected a different part of the board. Get into it.
and that's just indicating that all the ships have gone down, and that's like the end of the performance.
Yeah, so that's the basic idea. We do need to kind of actually practice it a bit more and get used to doing it with kind of a bigger audience in like a projector or having some numbers out.
Yeah, like Robin said, when we were like practicing it all together, we slowly developed better ideas, and we kind of worked on things like at the start on the grid. There's like 10 numbers, and we thought that at first that this could be like presenting different, like an octave or tempo and stuff like that. But it's like we didn't really want to keep it simple, so we left that idea. And then also at the start, we first we used to pick our own key. But before that, well, what if like the audience could do that and we wanted to play control of that? But like B2, and so we were all playing B until ship sinks and we all stop. Natalie is gonna play the guitar, but now she plays the con, so we all stayed. We're gonna develop further, I think, in the future as well by using a timer. We use timers.
Yeah. We just haven't had time, just so make sure there was enough time the audience. For Sophie, who was playing at the audience there on my lap, taking control of the board, sometimes it can go a bit quick and we want a long enough time to establish, and so the audience can like hear the change that we've done.
The audience as well is going to be not just one person, we want to be like a group, so they can like all have their own part in it as well.
The roles in our group were quite equal. We were all responsible for our own musical contribution to the game, so it's all improvised, so we're all responsible for that. And me and Robin did a lot of the time management to book out the rooms and make sure we were all on track for the end goal. Rachel did a lot of the videoing to make sure we'd audience for what we were doing. Nat did a lot of the research to make sure that we'd actually come up with an idea, and then after every practice we'd come back together and do more research and ask each other questions to make sure we all knew what we were doing.
And I think as that it is quite successful. It does work for what we want it to work for. We just kind of need to practice it a bit more so that it works a bit more smoothly than it did there. But of course that was just a draft performance, so that's it, I think.